What is going on at this race? Pidcock, what a ride. Geraint, what a ride. Pogacar and Jonas, the whole Jumbo-Visma team. It's like everyone has had a storm of a day. I've had a stopwatch running since the very start. Looks like Pidcock's going to do the Alpe in about 41, 42 minutes, which is rapid. The sprint will be interesting now, actually. Like, Pogacar usually takes time in the sprints, doesn't he? And remember when Geraint won a couple of years ago, yeah? And it was basically like super long way out, the sprint, and he actually put time into second place. So see if Pog can take time in the sprint. I think that's Ben Zero. That's where we were staying on afterwards. Yeah, there's the chalet. Credit where credit's due, right? Got to give him credit for that ride. That's actually quite a fast Alpe time as well from Froome. So Froome, I think, did about 44-minute Alpe d'Huez time. It's on 38 minutes now, the timer, and they started about 6 minutes in front of the peloton at the bottom. So yeah, it was a big advantage, wasn't it? But they didn't actually lose that much time, considering. So the whole breakaway is ridden pretty well up there.
Gonna lend them a hand to ride in. There's no bonus seconds left here. Pogacar at the front again, trying to show he's still here.
Yeah, no gap. No gap. But they did the Alpe in 39 minutes. Give or take a couple of seconds, but it's about 5 minutes faster than I did it. I'm not ashamed to admit that either. But it gives me a target for next year. I've been kind of lucky enough in the past to race at not this level, obviously, but like the Tour of Britain and, you know, big UCI events. And I definitely say one thing, like having a crowd, and that is something you do get on Alpe d'Huez, and my word is it big, it does have a positive impact on your performance. I've only experienced it in short bursts, but I can imagine a whole climb filled with people. And I know there's moments where fans get in the way and it gets a little bit like awkward. I can imagine, well, I can't imagine, but I'd like to experience that at some point. That probably won't ever happen, but yeah, it's pretty incredible what they do up there, right? I don't know if you notice as well, but maybe Lanterne Rouge picks up on this. It's really quite cool to see just how much these riders are fueling on Alpe d'Huez. They've got lots of soigneurs like placed out on the mountain. I think I counted like 5 or 6 for UAE, and you can really sort of see the difference it can make when you know you've only got like 2k till the next soigneur, and they can hand you a bottle, whether it be ice cold water, whether it be an ice sock, which there's been plenty in this race because it's so hot, gels, but they are guzzling food. You know, a lot of it is liquid and a lot of it is gel form because they need to get it down really quick. But just goes to show in like a 35-40 minute effort, they're eating a lot still. I don't know if you can see, like, but I am
sweating pints. So is my GoPro. It's even got sweat on the lens. So I'm out today doing some over-unders on some climbs. It's pretty structured, but it's also not pretty structured. Like, I found some climbs that are kind of on the steep side, and I'm riding the 30-15s on those. Target wattage, target power, it doesn't really matter. I'm just doing like 30 seconds at what basically feels like maximum for the 30 seconds, as long as I can repeat it. So I'm only actually doing 6 reps, so it's like 4.5 minutes of total work, but I'm just making sure that I go very hard in the 30 seconds and then just trying to not like fall off my bike on the recovery periods. The reason why these blocks are a lot shorter is because you can manipulate these to kind of give you what you want. So I'm shortening them so that I can go harder. You know, if the blocks were longer, then I would generally have to lower the intensity of the 30-second effort. Otherwise I would like start to blow up and like not be able to sort of complete the block per se. So by having these short blocks, I'm sort of backing up what I did yesterday by spending a similar length of time at a very high heart rate. Like for me, a very high heart rate is like 175. So what I'm doing is I'm achieving that heart rate a lot earlier in the interval, like basically after the second 30-second effort. Because it's so hard, my heart rate just goes straight through the roof. Yesterday I actually achieved some really good like 3 to 5 minute efforts on natural like terrain. So I used climbs to do that, with pretty large rests in between them, but it was more just to get myself sort of back into those sort of efforts. And it's good to do them when you're fresh as well, because obviously you can achieve high heart rate, you can achieve, you know, maximum sort of, well, maximum motivation. Like you're fresh, so you can dig in. So that's what today is doing in a sense. It's just backing up from yesterday with by doing some easier efforts. Like they're not cheating, but because of the nature of the over and unders, I always use them when I'm more fatigued or when I'm doing back-to-back days. I always use them as a second session because it takes less sort of mental energy, it takes less sort of focus, if you will. You only have to focus for the 30 seconds.